Okay, it's gone. Okay, hi, Tony. My name is Katrina Hoke, and I am the dietitian here. And I know that you just had bariatric surgery a couple of days ago, Roux-en-Y. Um, we are gonna just talk for 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm gonna walk you through kind of the stages that you're gonna go through in your diet after being discharged from the hospital. Um, do you have any questions for now, or?
Not at this moment.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just jump right in, and please ask questions if you have any. And we're just going to talk about a little bit of what's going on right now because I don't want to bombard you with too much information. So I have a sheet here for you which describes the stages that you're going to go through. So this is what you're in right now, stage 1. You're basically just having clear liquids. And next you're going to go to stage 2, which is going to be starting tomorrow when you get discharged. And in this stage, you'll be able to have some additional kinds of liquids like broth and skim milk, but it's still going to be an all-liquid diet. So the thing I want to talk the most about today is stage 3, and that is going to start in about 2 weeks. You'll be at home, hopefully back to your normal life, and this is where you're going to incorporate real food. So this is the one that, we probably need to talk the most about. So, in 2 weeks when you're at home, you'll be able to start eating real food, and you're going to start by just having sort of some soft protein sources like meat and beans and some cooked vegetables and soft fruits. And one thing that I really wanted to emphasize about this is your liquid intake. So you had this surgery that has made your stomach a lot smaller, as you know, and there's a limited amount of stuff that can fit in there. So when you eat a meal, even if it's a very small meal, which it'll have to be, if you try to drink water on top of that meal, the water would have nowhere to go because your stomach will be all full already. And so if you drink any liquid with a meal or right after a meal, you could end up getting really nauseous and just feel very uncomfortable. So one thing that's important is that you only drink liquids between meals. And so you can start drinking liquids 30 minutes after a meal, and you can drink liquids between meals, but during the meal itself and right after, it's really important that you not have any liquids. At the same time, we want to make sure you stay hydrated. So we need you to drink liquids. We just want to make sure that you find a way to drink the liquids in between your meals and sort of be thinking about that, because if you're thirsty but you're having a meal, you're going to have to wait. So this is a really important point, and I want to make sure that I've conveyed it accurately. So do you want to just say back to me, what you're going to do about drinking liquids?
Yeah, sure. So I need to be drinking liquids after a meal by 30 minutes, or maybe even before a meal by 30 minutes, but I shouldn't be drinking them during the meal.
Exactly.
And does that include just little sips?
Unfortunately, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll just have to. They recommend having about 6 to 8 glasses, and it'll just have to happen in between the meals. So it's just something to be thinking about.
Okay.
Great. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the types of meals you'll be having. So, most people on a typical day would have, 3 regular-sized meals or 3 large meals, and then maybe a snack at some point. But for you, because your stomach is very small now, it's going to be best for you to move to having 5 or 6 very small meals spaced throughout the day. So that means, when I say very small, I mean about 4 tablespoons. So a really small portion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and if you were to have, eat 3 normal meals, or eat a large amount at a certain point, you could end up stretching your stomach out, which would sort of undo what happened in the procedure. So So this is kind of an important thing to work into your day. So I'd love to hear from you, like, how do you see yourself being able to go through a normal day and do this? Like, if you picture yourself, you're back at home, you're going to work, how could you go about having your normal day but eating with this new pattern? What would that look like?
Oh, I think it's going to be hard, especially because, I like to eat out a lot. And so it seems pretty hard to imagine going out to eat if I'm going to be eating smaller portions, like 4 tablespoons. That's like 4 bites. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is maybe make some requests at restaurants that, I get a small plate and then everything else get packaged up. But really I'm going to have to do a lot of planning and making sure I have a lot of small snacks or small things on hand and not really sitting down for meals as I usually used to.
Planning sounds like a great idea. Can you think of any particular snacks that you might bring?
I'm thinking things like cottage cheese and yogurt, maybe some banana, a little bit of like little mixes of beans and rice, something really simple that, is easy to sort of quantify into, because I can't apparently do like an entire chicken breast anymore.
Right. And can you picture like when during your day you would fit this in?
I'm gonna probably have to do something in the morning before I leave, and then something again when I get to work in between lunch, and then at lunchtime really just keep it small again. Another snack in the afternoon, and maybe something at dinner time.
That sounds great to me. I think that's a really good plan. So can you think of what aspects of your life do you think will be the most challenging with this? Like, are there any areas where you feel like you'll have to concentrate on this diet plan and really find changes?
Definitely. I have some issues where I really like to sometimes binge eat, and that's been an issue for me. And so obviously I can't consume an entire box of cookies. So that will be definitely a challenge. I think also the social aspect of eating, as well as the fact that I'm the primary cook, which also could add some control.
That's true. That's a good point. For the binge eating, can you identify any trigger points or any things to kind of look out for that you might be able to use to avoid doing?
Yeah, I should probably just, when I'm feeling stressed and I feel that need, maybe I should go for a walk or something, something to sort of get myself out and away, and maybe also reorganize my house in terms of not having things in a space that I can easily access them, so they're not like right at eye level.
Those are great ideas. So, moving forward, it sounds like you have some really good ideas. You've got a great plan. So how confident do you feel, say on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being there's no way I can do this, and 10 being I could definitely do this? Like, where do you feel like you are in terms of your confidence in your ability to do this?
Right now, probably a 6, but with practice, it can probably get higher.
Okay. It sounds like you have you have a good understanding of what to do, and you have some areas in your life that you can work on. But it sounds like you have a good plan in place.
Okay.
So please let me know if you have any questions, and here's my card. And good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.